My poor producer is trying to get my attention so that I will sort of actually start the show. Anyway, so here I am, Vegas Live with Ninon, back obviously on the red sofa. I have Marilyn and Cathy with me. Now, I have never met these two young ladies, and this is what the Peppermill does to us. It seems to be every week that we have a show, we are able to fit somebody in who's actually having a cup of coffee. How about a martini? Cathy, how are you? Is it a coffee or martini?
A martini.
Is that, see?
Yep.
You know, in England it would be a cup of tea or sort of, you know, but, well, maybe. And what about you, Marilyn? Are you drinking or not drinking?
Oh, what do you think?
I think it's probably a double vodka martini over here, maybe a lemon drop or something like that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite martini?
You know, I only like martinis whenever it is just with
Just a plain
just
old
dirty.
the old
Just a
martini.
dirty
That's what
martini.
I used to drink. The old martinis. They didn't have all this stuff in them that make it sweet, and then you drink a dozen of them, and you go home like, what happened to me? Because they're sweet. You don't know there's vodka
And
in
it
there.
still tastes. It doesn't taste good,
Does it?
really. Like
No.
you got to think about it. There's not that
How
much.
can you think
sweetness.
about when you've got that lovely martini
Exactly.
to the lips? You don't even think. And Cathy is just like laughing. Now, I understand. There's one thing I do know about both of them, or one of them, that somebody has a radio show.
Yes, that's me.
Cathy Cash.
Cathy Cash Show. Cha-ching.
The Cathy Cash Show is the CC show.
Yes, and actually, Marilyn GoGo is my
Marilyn
guest.
GoGo.
I am. Yeah.
Oh, you're the guest. You're her guest. Now you're my guest. Do you know who you are or what you are anymore?
Oh yeah. Most definitely. Yeah.
This poor woman is taken from. So you were just down here having a drink, enjoying yourself, and then my director, my talent director, looked at you and thought, well, "Who are you two?"
The Peppermill actually became our green room, okay?
This is your green
our
room.
green room because the studio's not too far.
Yes.
Our interview is in less than about 25 minutes.
Oh,
And so
really?
we were just here killing
Hey,
some
wait a second!
time.
I got competition going on down here. Hang in a second. What's happening?
It's just the radio. It's okay.
No, it's not just radio. It's the two of you on radio. So it's not just radio.
Very
It's-
true.
It's still. It doesn't make any difference whether you can see them or not see them. I just
No, but they can see us too.
They can. Oh,
We're
yes.
streamed at CathyShow.com. CathyShow.com. CATHY Show.com.
And then we have Vegas Live with Ninon down here at the Peppermill. I got to get my plug in there
That's
too.
right.
You know, in Vegas there is so much going on. Everybody calls it competition. I don't think any of it is competition.
It shouldn't be.
Because everybody in radio, everybody performing, everybody who does anything is totally different to the next person. And it's so funny. There's so many people think, oh, there's a competition. I don't want to go near there. I don't want to do this. I don't want to, because there's too much competition going on.
Especially
Competition.
women to women, like we should be like, oh, good for you, and
Oh,
applaud the
that's
other
what I
woman.
say.
And- yeah, exactly.
I mean, you know, why wouldn't I have you on the show to say you've got a great radio show? Well, yeah, they've got not a great radio, they've got a fabulous radio show. I haven't even heard it yet, but I know with this young lady. So what got you into the radio show business?
Celebrities wanting to be like you. Interviewing celebrities. Wanting to be like Miss
And I want to
Ninon.
be like her. See how it works? No. So you just want to interview a celebrity? Not always celebrities.
No, not always celebrities, all people. Any interesting story I will take. And I kind of like fell into radio. A friend of mine was a salesman at CBS Local.
Yes.
And he was like, do you want your own show? And I was like, fine.
Yes.
And I didn't know anything about radio. And I started my first show and he took the lead. And then the next week he quit and resigned and started selling timeshare. And I was like, well, wait a minute, I'm in this contract. And I'm, being an honorable businesswoman, I
Yes.
was not going to break the contract.
Of course
so
not.
I became a radio personality literally overnight because I had to pay that invoice with
You had
CBS.
to see how it works.
Cha-ching.
I mean, it's what you call the right place at the right time. On this one, I'm not quite sure if it was the right place or the right time. But look where it's got you.
They got me
And
here.
it's got her sitting with me, and out of the blue, she comes on my show. I just love it. So, what exactly do you talk about? I mean, this is your guest today,
Yes.
right?
Yes, a very good guest.
So,
Very
it's a
interesting
very,
story.
very good guest and an interesting story. So, what's your story?
I travel all over the U.S. and I write a blog about it. And I've been doing that for 4 years on my own. I haven't necessarily monetized
What
it.
channel do you I don't mean radio channel or television. What channel do you go into? Do you go the younger generation? Do you go into fashion? Do you go into food? What is it? Everything?
All of the above. Because what I do is I write a story about my life, and it's so brutally honest. And
this sounds very dangerous.
I know, right?
It sounds really dangerous. Really, because I don't know whether to take that good or whether to take that. I think it's good and bad.
It is, because people aren't honest typically. Not on the internet, not anymore.
I'm so honest it scares people. They don't even come near me. They don't even come near me. This one's so honest I don't want to tell her anything because she'll think it's a lie. I know when it's a lie.
Yeah, I can tell whenever it's a lie.
Yes. Yeah, you can always tell when it's a lie.
Mm-hmm. And so people find it refreshing whenever I write a story, and I guess I'm a good writer. I've been told I'm a good writer.
I'm a sonnet writer.
Yeah?
Yes, I write sonnets.
I would love to hear.
Oh, I'd like to hear some of them.
Yeah, I would.
Yes. A little risque.
Oh, I like risque because...
We're in Vegas. That's what I'm thinking. That's where I got the idea from.
We like risque.
Well, no, I don't know, because everybody sees me as this very quiet, classical woman and everything. And then it's the other side of me that nobody knows about.
And it's okay.
I'm sure it's okay.
Whatever,
I'm
I
happy
see you
with
as a
it.
sex pot. I know you know it. No.
How true she is. Watch all the emails I'm going to get now. So now, how did you find this young lady?
Actually, I drive Uber. And she was an
no,
Uber passenger.
I know, right?
And we got to talking, and I actually passed where I was supposed to drop her off at. And we went to talking, and I was like, you have to be on my radio show.
Yeah.
So that's where you can. I was going to say that's where you can pick up a lot of your
Absolutely.
interviews, but no pun intended on pick up with Uber. I'm sorry about that, but that kind of got all mixed up in that. So how's Uber doing?
Uber's great.
Stock came out. Uber stock, I do a little stock market stuff. Uber stock came out low. It's still low, and they're all losing money. I don't know
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just ride it out.
Don't worry about it.
Just ride it out.
Just ride it. No pun intended again.
That was a good one.
That was a real good one, wasn't it?
No, you'll be fine.
I'll be
Uber's
fine.
great, and I meet wonderful people Ubering in Las Vegas, up and down the strip. I've met a couple of my guests by way of Uber. And,
Awesome.
Marilyn GoGo is simply fabulous.
You know, you've opened up something quite amazing, because people think you have to go to certain places to get guests. Now, I just had a young lady on, Michelle. I had no idea how talented this woman was, but I'm a talker, as if you didn't know. And then the story came out who this woman was, and it was just amazing. But like you with Uber, same thing. You really can't judge anybody in this world, can you?
You cannot. You cannot.
You just don't know. It could be a sloppy old person with jeans or whatever on and and it could be the richest person in the world. You don't know.
I've met so many CEOs, CFOs. I've met social media gurus. I've met folks from Silicon Valley, because this is a vacation and convention hub.
Yes.
Okay, so these conventions come to town, and I Uber, and you would be surprised. We're talkers, so we peel. We peel them.
We say hello, but that's just the beginning. It's like, it goes on and on and on.
It goes on and on.
So you never know, even all these CEOs and all these people, they always you think they're going to only drive limousines, or they're only going to do certain things, and they don't.
They're rich for a reason. They're usually not the limousine driver. They like going in.
People often say, you know, well, how do you keep your money? How do you make? Because I don't spend it the way you spend it.
Exactly.
I don't get my monthly wage and the next day it's all gone. Mm-hmm. It doesn't happen that way.
So, they will.
Because we save our money, so and it's not just in case, we're saving it for a reason.
I'm still trying to learn that.
Well, you've got to have I don't know, you've got to have a reason for a reason, I guess.
And discipline.
Discipline. Do you save?
Yes.
You don't save yet?
No.
So there's two women, two against one. Start saving.
I can't take my money with me whenever I die, I feel like.
Well, you're not going to die yet. I mean, give us a
The
break.
name of the
You never
show
know.
we're doing is Free Spirit, and she's a free spirit.
I'm the epitome of...
So your show is Free Spirit.
Yeah, that's Cathy Cash Show, but she's my guest,
this-
and it's
and
called
you're-
Free
She's a
Spirit.
free spirit.
She's our
So
free
she's
spirit.
a free spirit. I love. So she doesn't charge for her spirit.
It ain't that type of
Take
party.
that anywhere you want. Just a joke. Just a joke. So
bad.
what is your? Oh, I know. I never said I was good. So what is your? Where are you going right now? What are you going to do now? You've got this show. You've got a great opportunity. And take and run with it. You're going to do that?
Yes.
How are you going to do that?
I'd like to do television one day. I'd like to be.
Well, why don't you do it now instead of one day?
Well, you know what? Absolutely right. I like her. I love
Why,
her.
what are we waiting for?
I love her.
I love
her.
I love people say, well, I'll do it, later. I said, what's happening later on then? Is something different later than it is now?
You know what? We're going to remember this interview. But you told me, do it now.
Do it now. You too, do it now.
Oh, no, I'm listening. I'm taking notes. I am fully
She's her-handed. It's all this writing.
Ninon said, Cathy Cash, do television now.
Yeah,
Okay?
do it now. What are you waiting for? Why are you waiting?
Absolutely right.
Go ahead and do it. Whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I really haven't ever waited for anything. I'm a very much on the spur of the moment person. I'll do things. Sometimes it's wrong.
Oh yeah.
Well, a lot of the time it's wrong, but I'm not telling anybody that.
But it
But
always works
sometimes it's wrong,
Yeah.
but the majority of the time it's right, because there's nothing ever you do in this world wrong. There's nothing wrong.
Because it always works out.
Well, it's whether people think it's wrong and take it that way, or it doesn't mean
That
it's
doesn't
wrong.
matter. It's your life.
It doesn't
know,
matter, but it never is wrong, because you're always learning, whether it's a mistake or not a mistake. You're always learning.
And we were just saying, we're on the ride over here, spontaneously.
Was it Uber for Uber?
No, I was just driving her. We had some time to kill till the show comes, till we air the show.
Put the right about killing time.
Okay, we could to the recording of the show, and we were just saying, God doesn't make any mistakes.
Well, no, he doesn't.
He just said, and then what you're saying, it's kind of like the same
Same
thing.
thing. God doesn't make any mistakes. But I'll tell you what God doesn't do. God does not tell us where we're going or what we're doing. And you know why He doesn't tell us? Because we would louse it up, because we would want to go this way instead of going this way. So He doesn't tell us. So that's why we're always surprised when good things happen or things happen. Cathy, how do they reach you? Cathy Cash.
Cathy Cash, you can go on cathycash.com, and you can see this show streamed every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Wonderful.
And you can go on this cathyshow.com and see the previous shows.
And see my show.
Yes, see her show.
Yeah, you can get this show and you can put it on your radio.
Absolutely.
Because it has been non-stop talking. That's what we do.
I have a YouTube channel. I'll plug you as well. MarilynGoGo.com. Under YouTube, it's Marilyn GoGo. Just Google Marilyn GoGo. Spelling like Marilyn Monroe for Marilyn, and then GoGo like Go-Go Dancer.
All right.
Yeah.
I love them both, don't know them, but now I know them very well. Now I'm going to come on the radio show. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.